All right, so thanks for hopping on tonight with us, whether you're catching this live or you're catching the replay. I am going to talk to you guys all about the financial side of things, what the ranks are, the volume, the legs, the compensation, that type of thing, because it drives us, you guys. It really, really does. So a lot of people, when they ask, like, why did you start coaching? The number one answer that people give is because I like to help people, right? Great, but then why aren't you at a soup kitchen or volunteering down the road or at a local church spending your time, right? I'm sure a lot of it is that you like to help people, but you also like the money that's tied to it. That is like just an honest, hard truth that there's a financial piece to this that you also enjoy along with helping people, which makes this the best job on the planet, right? So um, we all have fears when it comes to coaching, whatever those fears may be. Maybe it's posting on social media. Maybe it's what other people think about you. Maybe it's that you don't have your own results yet. We all have some type of fears with us when it comes to coaching. We all have time commitments, right? I'm a mom of two. I have a corporate career. You have a husband. You have animals. Whatever your story is, we're all busy, and there is no extra time in our 24-hour day. So when those fears pop up or those time commitments pop up, where does coaching fall on your radar? And I'm just going to help you kind of paint that vision so that when those do pop up, you can realize that coaching may be a higher priority on your list than what you're giving it credit for. So I encourage you guys all on a piece of paper to jot down fill in the blanks of this statement. And it's, if I made blank amount of dollars, I would be able to do blank. So maybe it's, if I made $100 a week, I would be able to pay for daycare and relieve a lot of stress for my family. If I made $500 a month, I would be able to make my car payment and relieve the stress off of my husband to have to make that additional payment. If I made $2,000 a month, I could pay my mortgage and fill in the blank, my student loan debt, and it would make me feel this way. So fill out that sentence, take some time, think about it, generate what actually it means to you. Don't limit yourself to what that first number is. In the beginning for me, it was, if I could make $200 a month, I could pay for my supplements and get my husband off my back about what this extra charge is on our account. It doesn't have to be huge. It can grow with you as you grow. And then I suggest you send it to your coach just for a little extra accountability. Let them know what you're shooting for, what that extra money could do for you, what it could mean to you. So there are 3 different ways that we can earn an income in the business. And it is really important as you're growing from Emerald up through Diamond and beyond to kind of pay attention to those 3 buckets and how they can fill that financial piece that you're trying to accomplish with coaching. So there are the obvious, you sign somebody up with a challenge pack and you make a commission off of that right around, let's say $50. And it feels great, right? Like that money feels great, especially in the beginning. But if you're trying to make $1,000 a week, maybe that's your goal, and you take that $1,000 divided by 50, not going to do the math because that just seems way too complicated at this exact moment. That's a heck of a lot of challenge packs in 1 week, right? Probably, sorry, my dog keeps shoving the door open. Probably unrealistic to sustain 52 weeks of the year to make that kind of money. So that's only one piece of the compensation plan though, you guys. Now that you've all hit Emerald, I believe everybody in here is Emerald or really stinking close. That was a requirement to get in the group, I believe. So now that you've all hit Emerald, you've also unlocked something called a team cycle bonus. And this team cycle bonus is really the sweet spot when it comes to income and when it comes to long-term, sustainable, growing income. It's like, this is what matters, you guys. And when it starts, you're gonna say, whoa, I made $14. Like, who cares? Doesn't change anything. Like, that doesn't pay a bill. But you guys, it grows and it compounds and it is magical, magical money. So when you signed up, here's Katie. You signed up Katie, right? You automatically get a right leg and a left leg. Now these legs, you're gonna end up with potentially what we call a strong leg. And that happens just because of where you're placed on your coach's legs. So for me, my right leg is my strong leg here because I'm on Nicole's right leg. And Nicole signed up Katie, and then after Katie, she signed up some other people who signed up some other people who signed up some other people, and all of that volume comes up to Katie's right leg. And you guys, this volume is where that team cycle bonus generates from. So if you don't know what leg you are on, you're gonna kind of wanna ask your coach, or we can go in, we're gonna go into the back office. I'm gonna give you guys just a little bit of a demo on how I look at volume and what I look for and what those numbers mean in just a little bit. And I can maybe help you figure out which leg is your strong leg there too. But you're gonna have two legs, so a strong leg and a weak leg. Maybe you're signed up at the bottom of your coach's leg and you don't have a strong leg, and that's okay too. That just means you need to build both sides to keep them equal. It's not an advantage or a disadvantage in any way, shape, or form. It just, you need to know how to strategize these two legs. So when I first started coaching, they tell me, you need to sign up your spouse. And I was like, well, I just paid $160 for a challenge pack. My husband watches every single penny that comes in and out of our account. Why would I sign up my spouse? But I listened because I do what I'm told. So on my right leg, my strong leg is here. I slapped my husband over here very quickly. So that's my husband, Jordan. Over here, I slapped my mom and another business builder. So I had, this is kind of what I look like. This is kind of what my emerald looked like. My mom supported me. I had a friend sign up, and I had my husband over here. So you guys, as these guys purchase their challenge packs or purchase their Shakeology the next month, because they are now coaches on my team, their purchases turn into what we call volume. So after their initial challenge pack, you made your $50, you celebrated that win, but now that commission piece is gone from them and you're now working on the volume. So you're earning volume from these guys. So as they order and they continue to order, a cycle is when you hit 200 volume on your strong leg, whatever leg that is, it can change, it can flip, it can switch, and 100 on your other leg. So when that happens, my husband purchases his Shakeology plus some Energize and hits 100. These guys do the same over here and hit 200. That's one cycle. And as an emerald, you just made $14. Congratulations, right? So I won't go extremely super in depth on how this compounds over time, but let me just say that your goal each month is Success Club, right? And I don't know how in depth of you guys know Success Club at this point, but probably you know what it is and you've probably either gunning for it or have already hit it. And Success Club is helping 3 people a month. So there's your 3 people, right? And now next month, when you sign up 3 more people, that just adds to your volume. And then the next month you sign up 3 more people and that adds to your volume, right, you guys? And then, oh, this friend here started to get results. So she told her friend and signed her up. So that just adds to your volume. And you can see where my little bubble that started here now has like 300 plus people in this whole thing, I think it is, that between what rolls through Nicole and what I have on my team, it's very complex, you guys. And I've been coaching for a year and a half, 18 months. So it goes from this to massive, like fairly quickly, as long as you are consistent in the business and you never stop growing, recruiting, hitting Success Club, and doing those types of activities. So a lot of questions that I get from my team are, all right, I'm looking at my volume and I notice that I have this number on my right leg and this number on my left leg, so I should sign up my next person on my right leg because that's low. My advice to you is please do not worry about evening out that volume until you've hit diamond. You guys, your number one goal is to get to diamond. And that's because it takes this $14 that you made and it flips it to 18. Now, every single time you're cycling, you're getting an extra $4. And again, that at the beginning, it doesn't seem like a lot, but when you start cycling, you know, multiple times, that $4 adds up very, very quickly. So step one is to, you know, get to diamond before you start to really address that volume piece of it. And think about diamond, you guys. So here's emerald, and you may not even have this guy down here, right? You just have the 2 to get you to emerald, and you're trying to cycle here. Now think about diamond, right? Diamond is 4 of these guys, which again is not a lot of people. And then two of those people sign up 2 people. So I put somebody under my husband and made him emerald, and my friend over here decided to sign up 2 friends, and boom, there's my diamond. Now look at all of these Shakeology purchases or Energize purchases every single month, you guys, that is turning into volume up through Katie. And the magic really happens when you start capitalizing on that husband account there, and volume starts coming from here, 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 right? I'm just getting to that point 18 months into my business, and it is exciting. And just know that it's coming, it's happening, but you have to keep believing that there is real income, a real income opportunity here. So when life gets crazy and hectic and you want to throw in the towel on coaching because something's got to give, this right here is enough to say, you guys, coaching is not what you want to push to the side. Find a way to make coaching a priority, because 18 months down the road, you're going to be so glad you did. I promise. So I'm going to dive into my back office a little bit with you guys and just really kind of be transparent and show you what it looks like and what the coach office looks like and how to navigate it. Can you guys see my screen okay? Cool. Sorry, didn't mean to show you my compensation on the very first screen. Definitely was not what I tried to have pulled up. All right. So when I come into my back office, a couple of things that I look at, and I come in here way more often than I probably should. I know every single thing that happens in my back office at almost any moment, because I'm a little bit stalker status, but you don't need to do it that often. But I recommend peeking in here daily just to see what's going on, how's your team looking, anything that needs your immediate attention. And a couple of things that I look at is, the first thing I do is go to my volume, because this is going to tell you everything that's happening on your team and what those cycles are going to look like. So now that I'm diamond, care if these numbers are relatively equal or not. Prior to diamond, you don't care. But these are where those numbers come from. And as people are purchasing and repurchasing, as there's a new program launch, like we're experiencing right now with MBF, this is why you jump on board with it. Even if you're not 100% convinced this is the program that you want to do, or salted caramel's not necessarily the flavor you love it anyways, because this volume can change your business. It can change your paycheck, and you have to be excited, and you have to lead from the front. People are not going to see MBF being advertised and come to you and sign up, and you have a magical influx in volume if you yourself are not taking advantage of all new program launches every single time they happen. We have another one coming after MBF. It is going to be incredible, and whatever it may be, you know what, we're going to jump on it. We're going to get excited about it, and we're going to get our team excited about it, because if I can say, I'm going to do this, do you guys want to do it with me, is where the magic really comes. It's not always recruiting new people to existing programs. Again, so that we talked, the first piece of the compensation plan was those challenge packs, right? Those commissions that you're getting from challenge packs. So and when there's a new program launch, not all of your income has to come from new people purchasing challenge packs. It can also come from all of your existing people already at your table, already wanting to get results and already signed up with you, signing up with an existing program, this new program that's coming, and bumping your volume and skyrocketing that so that you can start to cycle more. So piece 2 of the compensation plan is then that team cycle bonus. So we've got challenge packs, we've got team cycle bonus. The third piece is commission. So if you do sign somebody up as a customer, so they don't want to be a discount coach, they say they're not interested in a discount coach, but yet they sign up as a customer and then they start to purchase things on a monthly or semi-monthly basis. Every time they make a purchase, you earn a commission off of that. So those are the 3 main ways to earn income. As your team grows, that team cycle bonus, you can also earn a percentage of your team's team cycle bonus. So that's exciting. Another thing right at the beginning when I was gunning for Diamond that really kind of blew my mind as far as compensation was, I mean, the goal is to sign coaches, get them getting results, get them loving the products. And when you hit 5 of them in a 5-week period, you automatically get a $100 bonus from Beachbody. Like, how awesome. So I remember like one of my first paychecks, I was really pushing for Diamond and I signed up 5 people. And so you've got, right, challenge pack, 250, boom, plus your, existing people prior to those 5, plus your $100 bonus. Like, that's when the magic really starts to happen. And you really start to realize that, holy smokes, that this compensation plan is real. But what this isn't is a get rich quick thing. I made a couple of really big paychecks at the beginning because I was selling a gazillion million challenge packs in 1 week because of whatever reason. But just realize that that's not sustainable every single week of every month. Sometimes you'll have a great week, but you have to look at it as your month as a whole, not so much your week individually, because like I said, there's going to be good weeks, there's going to be bad weeks. And you have to look at trends. And I promise I've done a lot of studying of the compensation plan and how to make money and how to make this work and how to replace these hundreds of computers of corporate jobs that I have behind me because I don't want them anymore. And the way to do it is to stay consistent in your behaviors. Use the tracker, hit Success Club, and don't give up when it gets tough, because it does get tough. June of last year was a huge pivoting point for me in my business and in my future, really. I signed up in February. I hit Diamond in April. And in June, I barely scraped Success Club by. And things got tough. I didn't feel like I had business builders. I felt like I was doing it all on my own. I felt like I was sinking faster than I was swimming. And at that point was, what do? Do I throw in the towel and give up because now it's getting tough? Or do I keep pushing because I believe that this is going to turn into something for me? And that's what I really, really want you guys to take away from this, is that even when you have a tough day or you start to think like, this is a lot. Do I really want to do this? Is this something I can really do? Just know that the income possibility is there if you want to work. If you guys want to do this, but know that your rank does not define your success either. So yes, the expectation is that you get to Diamond, but that is only to prove to yourself that you can do it in this business. Diamond is not whoa, I made it, I hit Diamond at all. It is high five, congratulations, you hit Diamond, keep going, right? You did it, you got there. But that isn't where the magic happens, okay? There isn't I hit Diamond and now my whole world changes and I'm making millions of dollars. Although that would be ideal, it's really the point in your business that you are serious, you are going to do this, you are going to make it work, Your coach is going to show the world that you have what it takes to make it work. And now you know what it takes to get to diamond when you've hit that point, and you can just keep going. It doesn't stop. We don't hit a point. If you listen to all the top coaches in the network, even Jamie, listen to Jamie. Jamie makes a gazillion more dollars than I make, but she's still in the trenches with us every single day. She still does her tracker. She still does invites. She's still posting on social media. She doesn't take a back seat, right? So this is something that's going to be with us for a long time. If you want to make a go and you want to make this work, you have a team here who's ready to hug and hold tight and go forever with you, as long as you promise not to give up on yourself. That's all I ask. Like, believe that you can do this, even when some days suck and some days are the best days you ever had. And it can be a roller coaster of emotion. A couple of things, just briefly going over in the back office. So we've talked about the different ways to earn money. We've talked about the different ranks and how those equate to Team Cycle bonus in dollars. Another thing that is really important as you guys are going for diamond is to understand your right and left legs, so that you're not relying on your coach to tell you, put so-and-so here and put them here and put them here. We are here for that, and I promise I am happy to answer those questions. But it's really nice to understand too for yourself on why you're doing that. So I often look in this right here, my sponsorship drill down. There's a graphical genealogy, but I'm going to tell you right now, it's ugly, it's messy, and unless you really start to understand sponsorship placement, which is really high level income training, I wouldn't even click on that. It is going to show you everybody who rolls up through everything, but it's there if you ever get bored. But what I look at a lot is your sponsorship drill down. So to get to diamond, you need 4 people on your left, 4 people on your right, and an emerald, meaning they each have 2 people on left and right and a left and a right. And everybody has to be active. That's another tricky piece to the puzzle is, you know, you might, if you're going at a slower pace to hitting diamond, and you get somebody, and then you get somebody, and then you get somebody, and now we're 3 months in, and oh crap, this person didn't purchase this month. Now I have to replace that person. So just realize that. I know it becomes like a bit of a juggling act, like, oh, I add 2 and lose 1 every single month at the beginning. You'll get over that hump too. That's when you hit solid diamond, and that's a really good feeling when you get there. Just know, again, hitting Success Club, shooting for business builders is going to get you to that solid place. Again, just keep swimming. You can't just keep going. So if you come into this sponsorship drill down and find the breaking point between your left and your right, that's where I usually start. You want to make sure there's 4 people above and 4 people below that are all active. This plus sign is going to indicate that they have people under them. So clicking on them is going to show you what they've got going on, so that they need a left and a right in order to be emerald. So that's a really brief way for you guys to monitor your back office and just make sure that you're pushing for 4, 4, 2, and 2. I recommend a diamond roadmap, so you can get fancy in Canva, or you can simply do these blank bubbles and fill them out, you guys. As you're going for diamond, this is a push group. You guys are here to hit diamond in a short amount of time. You're not here to lollygag to diamond. You guys have all, paid your money and said, I want to be diamond. I want to do this. I want to make this work. So if you do, then you need to draw this out. Okay, here is you. Here are your 8 people. And then who's going to be your business builders? Do you have people that are going to be business builders? Or do you need to build a spouse account at some point? Is that maybe in the back of your mind, like, okay, I don't have anybody business builders yet, but I did sign up my spouse over here. So that's an option. If I don't have a business builder by the time I get there, just start thinking of that stuff. And then I want you guys to fill in your bubbles that you have so far. You all have bubbles filled out. You're here, right? So you have 2 people because you signed up emeralds. Fill out anything else if you have more than 2 people signed up. If you don't, pencil somebody in there. Who are you talking to? Do you have prospects going, people that might be interested in MBF? Maybe you've been talking to A, B, and C, and they all seem semi-interested, like maybe pencil them in here. Put their name down. Fill this baby out with everything you've got so far. And when that person flat out says, no, don't ask me, or maybe next month, then erase their pencil, put them over here on a follow-up list, and put another name in there with somebody else who you're going to reach out to and ask and get them going. The average person has 2,500 warm market contacts. Sounds scary at first, but it's absolutely true. Your warm market is bigger than your mom, your husband, and your brother. It includes your daycare moms and your sports moms and your, I don't know, fill in the blank, and the people you run into at the grocery store. You have 2,500 people in your warm market. Don't prejudge their response. Pencil them in there, then reach out, see what happens, and go from there. Don't make a judgment on whether or not they're going to fill in that bubble for you. You let them decide. All right, pulling up the chat. Does anybody have any questions in the, right here, cool. Can you show sponsorship drill down versus genealogy? Yes. All right, so, no, don't do it. I lost the chat, there it goes. Okay, cool. So does anybody have any questions as far as how to navigate your back office, how to understand your sponsorship drill down, how to understand where your volume comes from, how to understand how to increase your income? Any questions from anything that I may have covered, may have not covered? Left leg, right leg. Oh, I was going to talk to you guys about how to find out which leg was your strong leg. So when you come into your Monitor My Business, close the chat, and click Team Volume under Compensation, this is going to show you just another view of that right leg, left leg. And if you go in there right now while we're on this call and you take a peek at these numbers, if one number is substantially higher, meaning 200 or more higher than your other leg, or if you look down and you have volume coming in that you didn't necessarily sign somebody up, so maybe last week you've got some volume there, but you didn't actually sign anybody up, that is most likely your strong leg. Meaning that volume is coming from your coach's other team members that just luckily happen to roll up through you. Again, keep in mind that they can change as you start placing on other legs and depending on how the orders go, but that is you can see that my right leg is typically higher than my left leg almost every single week. I've worked really hard to balance that at my, rank that I'm at now. To make your spouse Emerald, do you have to send people a link to sign up from your husband's account so he would be their coach? Yes. So as you're pushing for Diamond, it's really, really important that you hit Success Club first. Success Club in your business is the most important piece. Once you've hit Success Club, if your 8 coaches are in place and you've got your 8 for Diamond and the next step is to get your 2 Emeralds, then you would go into SharaCart.teambeachbody.com and log in to your husband's account, and the cart would come from your husband's account. For me, when I do that, I typically say something like, hey, it's going to show you that Jordan is your coach. We run this business together. Don't worry. I am your coach when it comes to the fitness side of things. He helps me with the back end business side of things. So he's your coach in the back end. Don't worry. You never have to talk to him. Something along those lines. Most people are super receptive and super okay with it. They also recommend when you're just getting started, if you are signing up a cousin or a friend that knows your husband, that is a prime candidate to put under your husband to build his account. Somebody who already knows him and already is aware of who he is. Sorry, that door doesn't latch. That is a perfect person to put under, where you're signing up your sister-in-law, your husband's sister, your husband's brother, something along that. Putting them under your spouse account is a great way to do it too. But I have people who are total strangers cold market underneath my husband by just explaining that we run this together, and it's totally okay. Good question though. Any other questions? Our compensation plan, you guys, is incredible, and it's very, very exciting. If you are a numbers driven person and you like to, get deep into that kind of stuff, there are so many trainings to really understand compensation, and there are trainings for every level. So I did my best. I was telling Chantel, I've been doing a lot of studying of the compensation plan to maybe provide a training for 2-star and above coaches, to really understand how to use spouse accounts and sponsorship placements and those types of advanced placement trainings. So I'm trying really hard today to keep this training focused on you guys, heading to Diamond and what's important and understanding the different compensation plans. But if you want to dive further into it, or you get excited about money, just know that there are more trainings out there, and you will get them at every level of the game that you're in, where, once you hit Diamond, there are new groups and opportunities available to you to learn more and how to really start to capitalize on that compensation side of things. In the beginning, you just have to really have a belief and a trust in your coach and the organization that you're in, that you are doing the right things and taking the right steps forward to make a long-term sustainable income. Even though in the beginning, it doesn't grow nearly as fast as maybe you'd hope, or it doesn't, skyrocket when you hit Diamond like you wish it would. You just have to have that belief in your organization that you're doing the right things to make that income happen. And then when you hit the next rank in your business, you'll get that next level training to show you, all right, now this is where you go to really capitalize on your compensation, and here's what you need to do to make the magic happen. So any other questions? You can either unmute yourself and chat with me, or if you're scared of chatting with me or don't want to talk, you can drop them in the chat also. I'm happy to answer them.
I just wanted to add, you can't screw anything up. So I feel like the most questions I've been getting lately is, where do I place my next person? It doesn't really matter, you guys, especially not until Diamond and beyond, unless maybe you have a business builder that is going to rock and roll with you right away. Place them opposite of your spouse. But even if you signed your spouse on the wrong leg, quote unquote, maybe you signed them on your strong leg, you can still be strategic about the strong leg play. So you're not going to screw anything up, and you have 5 days to move a coach. So even if you did, we are always looking at your back offices. We're always looking at your sponsorship drill down, because we're nosy and because we're excited for you and because we want to help you. So, don't be too worried about that. And it's good to get familiar with the forums anyways from the beginning. So I just wanted to add that.
18 months in, I screwed one up yesterday and had to submit a form to do a placement change because she didn't end up falling exactly where I wanted her. So I knew I had 5 days. I knew she wasn't where I wanted her, so I moved her around. But again, that's stuff that you just learn as you go, that once you hit that Diamond mark and you start to realize where you want people. But in the beginning, it just 4 and 4, gun for it, doesn't matter who goes where. Any other questions before we kind of wrap up today? I hope that this gave you guys everything. Awesome. Way to go.
Macy did.
My Jericho bobblehead just got broke by my kids, you guys. Anybody who earned a Jericho bobblehead understands the pain. Take it out there, please.
My Joel is broken too.
Mommy.
All right.
Thank you, Katie.
You're
Awesome.
welcome. I will get this recording up in the Diamonds page. If you guys can watch it again. If you're watching the replay and you have questions that I didn't get to answer live, just drop them in the comments on this post and I'll be happy to keep monitoring them and pop in and answer them as we go. So good luck, you guys. I can't wait to celebrate all of you as Diamond very, very soon. Have an awesome night.
It's so yummy.